Hey guys, today we are going to talk about the H3Snark Redditors. According to Ethan, they have gotten a lawyer, and that lawyer wants to quash the subpoena. So going back to Denon said, yep, thumbs up the subpoena. Ethan Klein said, yep, let's get that subpoena out to Reddit and let's get their information. The H3 mods, they must have information that is traceable to them. Otherwise, if they were all certain that they use VPNs or they were very careful about how they commented and they wouldn't be identifiable, essentially I'm saying you wouldn't spend all this money to hire a lawyer if you have no fear of even finding who you are because you left no trace. That being said, they must have left some breadcrumbs, if not a direct link to who they actually are as people. Could be deleted comments. Remember, the subpoena isn't just for IP addresses and so on. It's for deleted comments, deleted previous usernames. One simple error, and this is how I found and confronted the Redditors that were attacking my family. It was a post that they made, a picture they had uploaded, and it was identifiable to them, to an individual on LinkedIn. So this is pretty interesting news because A, it means you don't pay lawyers this type of money unless you are afraid that something will be found. And B, what does quash a subpoena mean? I'm here to give you the legal lesson of quashing a subpoena. So motion to quash a subpoena, you ask the court to cancel or nullify the subpoena. So in this case, you're trying to nullify, there is a subpoena to Reddit out there. Reddit has basically in its own Q&A said that yes, if a court that we confirm that is a court that's not trying to be an imposter gives us a subpoena, we will give you over whatever data you want. So Reddit has that in the Q&A and actually has numbers and statistics and so on. So as long as you are coming from a legitimate legal government, which the court in this case is, then they will hand over the data or the information that you're asking. So motion to quash the subpoena is, hey, you got a subpoena. Before Reddit can act on the subpoena or you send the subpoena out, we want the court to say, hey, we don't give you the right to do it. And therefore, Reddit will not give Ethan Klein the information because, again, Reddit is only going to do that when a court tells Reddit to do it. Reddit is not going to hand it over for no reason. If there is no subpoena, Reddit's not going to hand it over. So that's why they're trying to quash the subpoena. Now, quashing a subpoena means asking the court to invalidate it so you don't have to comply. In U.S. legal terms, which we're in, a subpoena is a court-backed order requiring to either appear or produce documents, records, or other evidence. That's Reddit. A motion to quash a subpoena is a formal request you or your attorney file with the court asking the subpoena arguing the subpoena is legally defective or unreasonable and asking the judge to cancel it. What are common grounds that you typically quash a subpoena? Lack of proper service, jurisdiction issues, overbreadth. It asks for far more than is relevant to the case. That's probably the argument they're going to make, is that this is not relevant to the copyright case. Privilege. This subpoena seeks protected information, attorney, client, doctor, patient privilege. That's very common. In this case, if Ethan Ethan knows this attorney, the attorney has reached out to him. Does the attorney know the names of these H3 mod Redditors? I don't know. It could be a scenario where they actually don't know who these individuals are. But it is interesting because there is attorney. So Ethan's thinking that he can get their names from the lawyer. So even if they gave their names, attorney-client privilege is one of the most sacred things protected. I do not think Ethan can get the names from the lawyer. I'm actually almost certain of this because they wouldn't quite be foolish enough to give the lawyer their real names if they thought that was even remotely possible. So they probably did their research and homework on it because it would be just too easy of a slam dunk. So I think the attorney-client privilege is fine here. Undue burden. compliance would be overly expensive, time-consuming, or oppressive. Irrelevant, and this is another one. They're probably going to argue irrelevance is the requested info has no meaningful link to the case. So if the subpoena is granted, or if the subpoena is quashed, the subpoena is treated as though it never existed, and you have no legal obligation to provide testimony or documents. That would be Reddit. I'm talking about in Discord. So this is pretty interesting news. That I think in twofold, there's two important things that it tells me. One, the Redditors were not 100% careful, meaning that they could have been made, like I said, at some point in time, they probably realized Ethan is trying to get their names. But I don't think that was at every point in time. I think that they may have used a username that was deleted or changed. They may have posted something they shouldn't have posted, a comment. I'm not positive, but I will say that there's 16 people. I'm just talking about Reddit. 9 of them are supposedly one person on 9 accounts. It is very difficult to imagine that. So there's 8 people. Let's call it 8 people. Not a single one of them made a mistake. Not a single one of them never made a comment that they shouldn't have over their location and their personal details. Not a single one of them left made a thread or something where they could easily be found. I find that very hard to believe, given just simply the fact that people make mistakes. Mistakes are really common. Mistakes are, like I said, mistakes are something where you don't even know what mistake you made. It's this kind of detective thing where sometimes 2 pieces of information that don't make sense individually kind of combine together. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of the crazy part is I really doubt that many people, there wouldn't be one of them who posted something that they shouldn't have posted, and then they deleted it, realized it, and they deleted it. At this point in time, they might have realized, but it might be too late because Reddit has stored the information in the cloud, and they store the deletion. They're a tech company. What they do is they base a lot of this stuff on information for marketing to target you. So the more information they have on you, the better they can target you in the future for marketing purposes. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Pretty interesting development. Bye, guys.